into our desktop, shall we? Shaboosk. There we are. So, I'm going to do something a little different today. So, we had our new team announced yesterday. The Seattle Kraken. So, why not build them via CapFriendly? Now, let me see if I can do something with, hold on, wait a minute. Let me go back to, I'm starting for a second. I have to edit my, desktop a bit here. No, I think we're fine. Yeah, I think we're fine. I think we'll be okay. There's nothing on my top bar that's crazy. Anyway, just gotta make sure I don't go into it, but... Alright, yeah, I think we're gonna do like a early build of Seattle here. Basically, like, we're gonna like start from scratch. So we're going to use CapFriendly's fantasy creator tool because it's pretty damn good. Actually, let's see, can I zoom in a little bit as well? Yeah, we can zoom in. So let's, I think it's in there. Where is it at? Because I remember looking at it yesterday. I think it's the interactive, yeah, Seattle's expansion draft tool. So I think we'll use this and, you know, just kind of build a team from scratch, whatnot. Yeah, so obviously this is an early build. Rosters and eligible players will change as we get closer to the expansion draft. Let me let's lower that a bit. That should be fine on desktop audio. Somebody can let me know how the music is, if it's incredibly loud or whatnot. So rosters and eligible players presented using their current stats and are projected for the 2021 off season. Yep, 47 games required when not being considered until the end of until the beginning of that. All players who are not under contract in 2021 are currently assumed to be extended or to the end of that team. So I think we can just basically do the protection lists, you know, through this site for each and every team, and then we'll kind of see how good of a team we can build immediately. So players who meet or are projected to meet the exposure requirements are highlighted in green. So I'll try to keep it consistent with 7 forwards, 3D, and 1 goalie for every team. But until then, just gotta see who would be most likely Anaheim would be protecting here. So that's a given on that one. They're gonna take Gibson. Let's see. Forwards, Getzlav, no. Kessler, no. Henrique, they'll probably keep. I don't know if he has a no-trade clause or not, but they'd probably keep Henrique. They'd probably protect Silverberg. They 100% would protect Raquel. That's a bunch of these guys down here who they would go for. Like, none of these guys, I would think. I think honestly they would do Henrique, Silverberg, Raquel, probably Troy Terry. I would think Lundestrom, Max Jones, and Sam Steele. How many is that? That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, that's 7 forwards. I think that's who they would protect, honestly. I don't know if these guys need to be protected or not, but they're RFAs. They probably wouldn't need to, but that's, I think, who they would take. And then 3 guys on defense that they would probably keep would probably be... God, that Camp Fowler contract is pretty bad, ain't it? Maybe I should put the Seattle logo screen somewhere. Maybe I might do that. Let's go to Google. Somebody has a PNG cutout already for it too? Good for them. Cool. And then we'll just go to... Oops. Did it not go into my download section? Balls? Oh. Oh, that's why. It's one of those stupid things. What was it yesterday? Was it... How do you take a screenshot again? I completely effing forgot. Somebody has to have like a PNG already. I mean, it's this, but... Odd. Huge. That's a PNG. That'll work.
Silence fills this empty space, and I can't get out the stain you left on everything. Yeah, you're all over me, but I'm not over you. Time hasn't healed, cause I still feel the bruise. I don't wanna do this anymore. If I'm better off without you, then why don't I feel?
How do I rotate it, or can I not rotate it? I guess I can't rotate it. That's alright. That's pretty good. Alright, so D-Man. I feel like I should pull up these teams on the side as well to see who has no trade clauses. Defenseman, Fowler and Manson both have no trade clauses, so Fowler, Manson. So Fowler and Manson would have to be protected, and then Jacob Larson's on his ELC. I don't think they would need to. Well, they might have to protect him next year. Yeah, because Lindholm's comes up at the end of 2022, so he'll only be for a couple of years. I think they would probably protect Larson more than they would Lindholm at that point in time. I think that makes a little bit more sense. Cool. So I think that's what Anaheim would do at least. Henrique, Silverberg, Raquel, Terry, Lundestrom, Jones, Steele, Larson, Manson, Fowler, and Gibby. Looks pretty good to me. Zona. Kessel has a no movement clause, so they would have to hold on to him. Same with OEL. Defenseman, probably OEL, Chikrin, and then who would they pick between these two? They'd probably keep Kemper or Ranta. I don't know who they would keep between any of these on defensemen. Obviously, you keep OEL and you keep Chikrin, but I don't know who else they would go for. Not sure who really is good out of this list. Like, I know Dyson Mayo and Billy Sarajarvis aren't bad. Not sure who they would keep. Does Golgoski or Jalmerson have a no movement? They both do. Jalmerson has a no movement clause. He would be up by he would be a UFA 2021. So anybody who's a UFA 2021, kind of can leave him off the board. A lot of these guys are UFAs by 2020, so it'd be tough as to who you would pick here. And let's just be, I mean, Golgoski would be like, what, 36? Woof. He would be like 36 years old. Yeah, I don't know. So they would have to keep Kessel. 2022, yeah, because he has no movement, so they'd be forced to keep him unless they trade him at some point. They would keep Schmaltz. They would keep Dvorak. Paul's not going to be there that long. Would they re-sign Derek Stepan? Obviously, they keep Keller. They probably would. I would assume Connor Garland probably gets re-signed, and they would probably keep him. How many is that? That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you need at least 2 more. They're not going to re-sign Taylor Hall. There's no way. I don't even think they would keep Soderbergh, but it's not going to be here that long. I'm very curious as to if they would re-sign Derek Stepan. That'd be interesting if they would re-sign Derek Stepan. I think they would, honestly. Then you need at least 1 more. Would they do Grabner? Nah. Krause is the only other, like, guy who would be here that long. I don't know if Arizona has, like, 100% faith in him. I mean, we'll just pick Lawson Krause for right now, and then, like, defenseman, it's just, like, I don't even know. Like, maybe Demirs. It's the only person I would think. Because, I mean, Jalmerson and Goligoski are going to be, like, upper 30s by that time. Demirs is the youngest of the 3. So I think that's who they would probably pick. Alright, now Boston, obviously they can't move Bergy, they can't move Marchand, they can't move Coyle, so they only have 4 more, so Pasta. I gotta be under the assumption that they're gonna be re-signing a bunch of these guys. Like, what they would probably re-sign, they would probably protect DeBrusk, Frederick, maybe Bjork. What's that? 7? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Where's that 6? It's only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's 7 right there. I think you protect Bjork. Probably protect Frederick, because I know Frederick's good. And then it's like, pick your poison between DeBrusk and Senyshyn. What's up, Shill? How's it going, man? I think that's your name. Yeah, it is. Can't see it. My eyes are too small. Yeah, it's tough, though. Like, would Boston re-sign Kasha? I don't think they would. Like, it's tough to see if they would re-sign, like, any of these guys. Like, it makes sense to protect, like, it's either you take one of these, like, 4, or like, one of these, like, 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah, like, 2 of these 4, just one of them. 3 of them you can take, one of them has gotta get let go, so it's, like, Bjork, Frederick, DeBrusk, or Senyshyn. It's just, like, who you like more. Bruska's played more, so I would assume they would take him. I think Boston has more faith in Frederick than they do like a guy like Seneca or something like that. Frederick's more valuable because he's a center, in my opinion. More valuable because he's a center. I think they would do that. And then defense, Krug ain't gonna be here. Obviously, they would protect McAvoy. They would probably protect Brandon Carlo. And then Chara's not gonna be here, no way. And then it's like, it's either Grizzlick or Zaboral, basically. Because I don't foresee Boston keeping Torrey Krug. They might. I don't foresee it, though. Yeah, I just don't foresee it with the way their cap looks. Grizzlick would probably not be here. They would probably keep Zaboral, honestly. They'd probably do that, and then obviously keep Tuca. So, Boston was a little bit easier. Not crazy easier, but a little bit easier. Alright, who we got next? The Sabres. Okay, let's see. So, Jeff Skinner's got to be protected. Let's assume they don't trade Jack Eichel. Let's assume that they don't trade him. I would assume they would keep Reinhardt. Probably keep Middlestat. That'd be 1, 2, 3, 4. Does Okposo have a no movement clause? Yeah, he has a no trade clause, modified no trade clause, but they would have to keep him. Geez, a lot of these guys have no movement clauses. Like Marcus Johansson has one as well, but he would be up at the contract. I don't think they would. They might. Their center depth is it's not bad. Like so, it'd be Eichel, it'd be Skinner, it'd be Okposo, Reinhardt. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 with Middlestat. They would probably. I think they would re-sign Cahoon. And then who's this Rasmus Asplund guy? Look at him. He started the Euro Buffalo that went to the AHL. 19 points in 33 games isn't bad. Maybe they would keep him. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Sure. Oh, no. They would keep Olofsson, Victor Olofsson. He's been playing good this year. Looks like their older rookie, pretty sure. Unless I'm forgetting somebody. No, I'm not. Yeah, they would keep Olofsson. And then defense, it would be would Risto still be here? I mean, let's assume that he didn't get traded. Darlene, obviously. And then so let's assume they don't. Let's assume they keep Risto. Obviously they're gonna re-sign Darlene, and then it's like up in the air who they keep else. It would probably be. Does Colin Miller have a no movement clause? No, none of their defense have no trade clauses, which is good, so they're not locked into anybody on defense. I would assume they'd keep Colin Miller. 3.8 is decent. He'd only be. This is like 29, maybe 30. It's either him or Jake McCabe. I think they would keep Colin Miller. And then goaltender. I would assume they would keep Linus Ullmark. None of their other defensemen are that good. That's assuming they sign Ullmark. Yeah, their goaltending situation is not good. Calgary. Yeah, let's see. So, once again, we're just assuming everybody gets brought here. So, Kachuk, Gaudreau, Monahan, Backlund. They have to keep Lucic. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sam Bennett. That makes 6. And then Elias Lindholm. Pretty easy for Calgary, actually. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. It sucks that they have to keep Lucic because he has no movement, but that's pretty easy for here. Who would they be leaving off? I mean, Mangiapane. Nobody else really crazy on there. And then if Gio's still around by then, maybe they would keep him. But like it'd be Noah Hannafin, probably TJ Brody, and we'll have to keep him once again. Rasmus Anderson. I know they signed him long term, so it would be Hannafin, Rasmus Anderson, and then it depends on who they re-sign out of these guys between Gio, Brody, Hamonic. I don't think they would let... Who would they re-sign out of those three? Would they re-sign Gio? Would they re-sign Brody? Or would they re-sign Hamonic? I don't think they would let... They would probably use a Velimaki. No, it's not good. I mean, Shillington has been playing pretty good too. They might keep Shillington, honestly. And then goaltenders, they would keep... Ooh, that's a tough one for Calgary. Who would they keep? I mean, the logical pick is Rittich. But I could definitely see them protecting, like, Parsons or Gillies. Like, I could see them protecting, like, Tyler Parsons. I think the logical pick is Riddick. My opinion. Did the Calgary have anybody? Brody's no movement, but like I said, his is up. Giordano does have no movement. Or no trade clause. So they would actually have to keep Gio or Shillington. Well, no, it's 2022. 2022 is when they, it's at the end of 2022, okay. No, so it would be the end of 2021-2022 season, right? Which would be 2 years from now, which is when they start, yeah. So they would have to protect Gio. Yeah. Carolina. Or the Canes. Okay, so the guys took... So we take Aho, we take Stahl, take Tivu. They would re-sign Svechnikov. Other than that, who really cares? Like, you could take Nino, you could take Trocheck, and you could take Dzingel or McGinn or Martinook. It would probably be between like Dzingel or Brock McGinn of who they keep. I would think they would keep Dzingel over them. Vogel's not bad. Nobody else down here is really that fantastic. Williams will be gone by then. And then D-men, woof. Woof. Any other D-men have no movement clauses? Just Jake Gardner. So you're forced to hold on to him. Modified no trade clause. Do they have to hold on to modified no trade clauses, or is it just... I wonder if it's modified no trade clauses that they have to hold on to as well. I completely forget. Don't remember. I mean, let's just go under the impression that they don't have to keep modified no trade clauses, just regular no trade clauses. So, Slave and Brady Shea will still be there, and then probably Brett Pesce. I mean, that makes the most sense to me. That makes the most sense to me. Dougie might not be here. Batman probably won't. PBR might not. Nobody else is good down here. Bean and Fleury, one of them would probably get re-signed, but like, you have to keep these three, I feel. You have to keep those three. I don't see any other combination of players that you keep there. Then goalies, Jesus. Who would? Like, I don't even know. Do you keep Mrazek? Sure. None of their goalies really stand that crazy out anyway. Chicago. Oh, Kaner and Taze will still be here. They probably would keep Nylander. They'd probably keep Strowman to Brinket. And Kubalik would be exempt, which is nice. So it's Kane, Taves, Nylander, Strome to Brinket, and then two more. I don't even know. Like, Saad maybe if they re-sign him at a cheaper deal than $6 million. And maybe David Campt. And then they have to keep Seabrook. They gotta keep Keith. Jesus Christ, Chicago. I guess it would be. Good thing is a bunch of their D-men that they've been using are exempt, so guess it would be Olimana. And then Corey, I don't think Corey's gonna be around 2 more years from now. Goalie really doesn't matter for Chicago. Corey's gonna be old. There's no way he makes it to the Seattle franchise, I feel. There's no way. I don't see it. So, I mean, it would either be Colin Delia or Kevin Lankinen, whoever has the better stats. Let's see, Colin Delia. How'd he do? 32 games played, 2.66, 0.912. And this guy played 21, 3.3, so they would keep Delia. Colorado. Alright, so, you. Yeah. They gotta keep Johnson, which sucks. Obviously, they're holding on to Kel McCarr. It'd be ridiculous if they didn't. And then probably Sam Girard. Probably are there 3. And then who else really matters? Probably Tyson. I mean, after the year Nichushkin had, they would probably keep him. I would think Burakovsky, and then how many is that? That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2 more. Maybe Kadri and on first line for a long time, so probably him. And then you keep Keep Grubauer. Yeah, or you keep Francouz. I don't know. Tough to figure out on that front. Colorado was pretty easy though. Alright, the bus, the Columbus. Jones, Werenski, and I like Ryan Murray. Let's take their top three. They would keep Korpisalo, I guess, because what's his face doesn't have to be. Elvis doesn't need to be. And then you would hold on to Atkinson, Nyquist. Wenberg's contract's not great. York. DLD. I don't know. So that's 1, 2, 3. And then forwards, they got 4. I mean, if they have to, they probably keep Wenberg. They might re-sign Nick Foligno. I honestly see them re-signing Nick Foligno at a much cheaper price. That'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You need one more. I don't know. Let's just assume that they probably Boone Jenner. Alright, so Dallas, Sagan, Ben, and Radulov. Dickinson, Faxa, and more. Probably Gurianov and Rupins. Seems pretty easy. Them. Then you keep Klingberg, Liddell, and Muro. Keep Klingberg, Liddell, and Muro. And they gotta keep Bishop because he's no movement. So Dallas is easy as well. Oh boy. Who do we keep from this mess of a team? So, Larkin. Mantha. Little Burt. And then honestly, who else cares? Like, you would probably keep Svechnikov. Who else really cares? Like you're gonna expose Nielsen. Because does Nielsen have a no movement clause? It's not showing up for him having one, so he probably doesn't. Modified, yeah, so. Abdelkader has one. There's no trade clauses. But they're not restricted no trade clauses, it's only no movement clauses that they have. Do they have to keep no trade clauses? It doesn't say. Okay, so they're not doing forward exposure, goalie exposure. Yeah, so I don't even know for Detroit. Like, who cares? Hey, what's up, BK? How's it going, dude? Morning. Afternoon here, honestly. Close to lunchtime already. As you can see, we're just doing a little experiment though here with Seattle, see what we can do. Larkin, Mantha, Littlebert, Svechnikov. You need 3 more. I don't even know, like Fabry, Hirose, and maybe like Michael Rasmussen, I guess. Who else cares from this list? Like, no. Detroit has so many goddamn bad contracts, you wouldn't even keep any of them. Like, their defensemen either, it's just like, who? Like, Cholowski, Fronik, and I don't even know. Gustav Lindstrom, I think. I don't know. Once again, who cares from Detroit? Like in goaltenders, like you're not keeping Jimmy, you're not keeping Bernie either, you're not keeping Pickard. I don't even know who this Caden Fulcher guy is. Let's see. When was he drafted? Undrafted. Toledo. Woof. Woof. I have no idea what goalie they would take. Let's just take Bernier just for the lulz, I guess. Ed Money. 1. Yeah, no, they would leave him exposed. Connor, Leon, Nooch. It would probably Kyler. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what they're doing with him. Probably Cassian. Maybe James Neal. I don't know. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then one more. Maybe Tyler Benson. I don't really see anybody else on this list other than Puljujärvi they would keep. Larson, Clefbaum, and Darnell Nurse probably. And then you obviously hold on to they could leave both of these goalies exposed, honestly. They probably would just protect Stuart Skinner. Upon further inspection, I think I agree the light blue stripe at the bottom of the jersey is unnecessary. Thank you. If I would, honestly, you know what? Give me a minute. I'm gonna prove this right now. Phantom's jersey is a perfect example of this. Where you have the bottom stripe here, orange and yellow, you know, orange and white, and then you finish with the main color of the jersey down below. These are the kind of jerseys that I like. The old Phantoms jersey, by the way. I've had this for effing years, but yeah, something like this. If they moved those stripes upward and then kept the main color of their jersey down below, it'd be a lot better, in my opinion. Will look much better like that, in my personal opinion. Alright, Flo Rida. I gotta get those like push pins so I can put them in the jersey and actually like push pin them to the wall so the sleeves stick out. Alright, Sasha Barkov, Huberdeau. How's the music, by the way, BK? Is it alright in the background as opposed to my voice? Is it leveled accordingly? Still doing testing out with this new thing on Windows. I don't know, like, who the hell they would keep from this list either. Like, between Barkov and Huberdeau, who else cares? Like, is that like who their best players are? Probably Borgstrom they'd keep. I mean, if Hoffman resigns him, maybe him. If Dadonov resigns, maybe him. So it's 4 or 5. Alla, maybe, and Connolly. Just under that, maybe. That's who they take. Ekblad, they gotta keep Yandel, and then... probably Michael Matheson, right? Yeah. He's signed long term, and then they're held on with Bob there. Los Angeles. Opie. Probably they would. I would think they would re-sign Iafallo. Probably hold on to Grundstrom. LA does not have a long list of guys who they have to protect. Carter, I don't think he'll be here that long, but he'll be left off. Same with Brown. Both their contracts are terrible. They might have to keep like Brown though. Yeah, I don't know. No idea who they would protect from this. I think they would re-sign Matloff, honestly. But before. Yeah, I have no idea from LA. I mean, probably just under the assumption that they would keep Brown and Carter, but I don't think they would. So you would need 3 more. Like probably Kempe, I missed him. I missed Adrian Kempe. Maybe Blake Lizotte and maybe Martin Ferk. He's got a hard shot. Is this good? Tell loud but not bothersome. I can fix that. Do not worry. Drop it down to 10%. Drop it down 10%. I'll muck that down a little bit as well. Alright. Drew Doughty. I don't know. Cal Clay, because I know he's a decent prospect. And I have no idea who else they would take from this list, honestly. Like, maybe Jacob Moriarty? Austin Strand, maybe? I don't know. They have literally nobody they can protect here. The LA's D list is trash. Their whole entire D is honestly bad behind Doughty. Pretty horrible. They're in a rough spot defensively. I'll just take Moriarty. And then we'll take Quick. Because that's literally all they can do. Alright, Mini. It sucks to suck. They probably keep Rask. Keep Fiala. Keep Donato and Erickson Ek. Probably Jordan Greenway as well. Yeah, I think that's good for Mini. Leave off Hartman. Stahl will be really old by then. Nico might retire by then. I don't know if they'll. I don't know if they'll re-sign Galchenyuk or not. Suter, Spurgeon, and probably Dumba. It's that thing again where it's like keep Dumba or Spurgeon. Burdine's gonna get probably picked up. Then you keep Dubnyk, obviously. Montreal. Well, I would assume they would leave Shea Weber unprotected because you got, if they get rid of that contract, that'd be brilliant. Probably Juleson, Cal Fleury, and Victor Mete. Drouin, Tatar, Gallagher, Domi, Deneau, Lekanen, Akaniemi. Am I missing anybody on here? Hudon, Paul Byron. It's a pretty good list for Montreal, and then Carey Price. Nashville, Yossi, Ellis, and Ekholm. Yeah. And then probably Duchesne, Johansson, Forsberg, Turris, Granlund, Arvidsson. What is that? That's 6. Need one more. Sissons is signed long term, so that would probably keep him. And goalie. Yeah, you hold on to UC Saros. Yeah, you gotta keep Saros. He's behind Pekka. You gotta hold on to him. Jersey. Well, you keep Blackwood. Keep Severson, you keep Butcher, and you keep... Severson, Butcher, and... They would leave Subban unprotected 100%. Probably David Quenville. And then you hold on to... probably Palmieri, Miles Woods, Nico, McLeod, Merkley. Bastion's a good prospect. Jesper Bratt, for sure. That's 6. So they wouldn't keep Zajac. Palmieri would keep Miles Wood. Probably Zaka. That seems pretty good for Jersey. The Isles. So you keep him. Well, you keep Varlamov. Defenseman, you keep Nicoletti, you keep Brian Pulak, and you keep Adam Pellet, probably. Or Scott Mayfield, one of the two. No, you keep Adam Pellich. No, you keep Letty. Like Mayfield's signed long term, so it looks like you might keep him. And then Pulak, I guess, as well. I think he would be pretty old by then. Anders Lee, Brock Nelson, Eberle, Bailey, Zekas, Joe, Pavillier. Islanders are going to lose a couple of good people from this list. Oh, whoops. I got to keep Barzell. Duh. So, Anders Lee, Brock Nelson, Eberle, Islanders, wow. Islanders have a tough, they got a tough look here. I don't think they would hold on to Cizikas. They could probably let him go. And then they keep... Then they're able to keep a guy like Beauvillier. Or Kiefer Bellows. I would think they would keep Beauvillier. Damn, dude. Seattle's gonna have their... if the Islanders don't do much on their forward side, they are gonna... Seattle's gonna have prime pickings for the Islanders. The Islanders are gonna have to give Seattle a pretty penny not to take some of their guys, because they have a lot of good stuff that they can pick from here. Seattle's gonna get somebody very good from New York for sure. Alright, the Rangers, obviously keep Georgiev, Trouba, keep probably probably keep D'Angelo, and you probably keep, either Ryan Lindgren or Libor. Probably Lindgren. Aaron, Zibanejad, Kreider. Brett Howden, Beadle, Yeah, they might keep Elias Anderson again. And, that's either Bushnevich, Strome, or Lemieux. Bushnevich, Strome, or Lemieux is who they would keep out of these guys. Let's go with... Lemieux's the youngest, so they'll probably keep that. Artois. No. Probably keep him. Keep Shabbat. Probably keep Zaitsev. And then probably Lajoie. Well, Callahan and Gabrick are long-term injury reserve. Same thing with Clark MacArthur. They'd leave Bobby Ryan exposed, so you hold on to Colin White. You hold on to... You probably just take all your young people. So you take Kachuk. You hold on to... Hold on to like Vitaly Abramov and Drake Batherson and Shalapik. Probably Anthony Duclair and Connor Brown. Seems pretty logical to me for that. As long, you know, under the impression that they signed these guys, because they're not going to protect Bobby Ryan. They need to get him off there. My team, great. Hold him, please. Provy. Myers will be getting a new deal, so we'll have to see. Yeah, we'd have to wait and see about that. If Ghost turns his shit around, this contract is still not bad, but right now it's still not looking too hot. He probably will get dealt by the time this draft happens anyway. Keep Sanheim. Travis will get a new deal. And then... Probably keep Myers, because I think Myers will get a new deal, and I think people will be happy with that. Phil's been playing very, very well, so probably Niskanen exposed, you leave Ghost exposed. We get him away for free, that's honestly not bad, getting rid of a good cap hit like that. So you probably go with Phil Myers, Sani, and Provorov. Then you gotta keep Giroux and Hayes. Voracek, Nekny, Coots. See, I don't know. I don't think Seattle would take Lindblom with the under the impression of, you know, his medical condition. I think you keep JVR. Well, you can expose JVR. Keep these two. Nobody. They don't have. They're not gonna lose some crazy prospects down here. They're not. Even like Rupsov, not that important. Watts, yeah, you'd probably expose Scotland. But I think that's who I personally think Flyers would take. Claude, Jake, Hayes, TK, Coots, Patrick, and Lindblom. That's really all you need to keep from them, in my personal opinion. And then, like I said, Provy you'd keep. Probably Sanheim you'd keep. He'd probably get a new deal by then. Well, he'd be RFA. But still, you hold on to him. Same thing with Myers. He gets RFA after this year's over. And then, obviously, you keep Provorov. You leave Ghost exposed. And then you hold on to Katahat. Look at that. All these guys over here are unexposed, which is good. So you don't have to worry about Farabee. You don't have to worry about Frost. Ratcliffe, Zamula, Wiley, Chinsky. Yeah, they're pretty good. Flyers aren't going to lose anybody too crazy come expansion draft. Biggest guy you might lose is like a JVR or a Ghost. That's probably like the biggest things that you're probably going to lose. I wonder if they would leave Jake exposed. That'd be interesting. It's a really interesting thought if they would leave Jake exposed, because I mean by that time he's gonna be like 30. He's gonna be Claude's age. That'd be really interesting. That'd be interesting to see. Alright, well, Pittsburgh's holding on to him. Tanger, probably Dumoulin, and... probably Marcus Peterson, I would think, because he's signed long term too. Malkin, Crosby, Gensel, Hornquist, Rust, Zucker, 6. I don't know who Pittsburgh would keep. Keep these guys, obviously. Malkin, Crosby, Gensel, Zucker, Hornquist, Rust. And I think it would either have to be like Zach Aston Reese. Yeah, that kind of makes the most sense. That makes the most sense to me. San Josie. Well, keep Jones. You gotta keep these 3, because nobody else matters. Or do they? You expose Brett Burns. Brett Burns is gonna be like 37 by that time. Holy shit. Fuck. I don't even know. Well, you hold on to Logan, you hold on to Kaner, you hold on to Meyer, you hold on to Hurdle. Joe will be gone. You probably re-sign LeBanc. And there's 2 left. Melker's gonna be old, man. Melker Carlson's 30? I did not know he was that old. There's the other Jonathan Deline, so you probably hold on to him. Is that the same one? I think it is. Not the, the other one. That's the one I'm thinking of. Well, there's nobody really else great here, so you probably just take the youngest guys. Maybe like a Marcus Sorensen too. San Jose really doesn't matter that much. St. Louis, you hold on to Benner. He'll be gone. Keep Parayko. Keep Vince Dunn, and you keep... It's either Falk or Scandella. I would think they would keep Justin Falk, in my opinion, even though the contract's long. You're gonna lose Parayko. I mean Pietrangelo. So he kind of just fills in for that. So you're gonna lose 6.5 million, which is good for the Blues, and that basically just gets replaced by Falk anyway. So not that huge of a loss. You think they leave Burns unprotected? It makes sense, honestly. He's going to be like, what, 37, 38 years old? Crazy. But, like, who else do you think they would keep from this list? Oh, I didn't even protect Malak. 100% would keep him. So, yeah, it wouldn't make sense to leave Burns unprotected then. I forgot about Malak being there. And Wah too, but they have to hold on to Carlson and Vlasic unless they get moved by that time. If they move Vlasic, they would probably protect Jeremy Wah. But until then, it's like you either pick Malak or Wah. Okay, so St. Louis, you keep O'Reilly, you keep Tarasenko, you keep probably Shen, you keep... let's see. So you keep these guys, you keep those three. Keep Robert Thomas. Pyro probably gets... If Jaden Schwartz gets like a cheaper deal, maybe. Let's just say they re-sign Jaden Schwartz and they hold on to him. Maybe he gets like a no movement deal or something like that. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, Pyro maybe, and Oscar Sundqvist. It's not bad for St. Louis. Alright, Tampa, you hold on to him. Keep Hedman. I think they would leave McDonough exposed. You can hold on to Cal Foot and Sergachev. I think that's who they would keep from Tampa. Kucherov, Stamkos, Point, Palat, Gord. Who else? Verhaeghe's been playing pretty good. Sorelli. And then who else would they keep from this list? So that's one more player. So Kucherov, Stamkos, Point, Palat, Gord. They might leave Palat unprotected, honestly. Palat will be pretty old by then. So Kucherov, Stamkos, Point, Gord. Johnson will be left alone as well. Maybe like a Taylor Radish and maybe like a Kachuk, probably. Either Kachuk or Verhaeghe. They'd probably take Kachuk though. Alright, Freddie, Riley, Muzzin, and the greatest defenseman of all, Cody Ceci. No. Travis Dermott, I think. That makes sense. That makes sense from that list, because they'll probably resign Dermott. And then Austin Matthews, Marner, Nylander, Kapanen. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We need 2 more. Probably Jeremy Bracco and, well, maybe not Jeremy Bracco. Maybe not Jeremy Bracco. Probably Hyman and Kerfoot's signed long term, so they might do that. Let's not touch the Jeremy Braccos. Let's not touch that situation. We'll just leave that there. The Couve. As Toogie likes to say, you keep Demko. Sorry, sorry, Jake. Levy. Myers and I have no idea. Vancouver doesn't have many defensemen that they need to protect, which is good at least, because the only defenseman that matters on their team is right there. It's the Quinn Hughes. I don't know who else they would even want to protect on this list. Like, Edler's going to be old. Tanev will start getting old. Like, Stetcher would be the only person who maybe you would keep if you re-sign him. And then they keep Louis Eriksson now. I mean, if they don't trade Brock, you hold on to him. You hold Bo. You hold JT Miller. You hold Virtanen, Peterson, Gaudette. many is that? Is that 6? Brockbo, Miller, Bertanen, Peterson, Gaudette, and probably one of these guys down here. Probably Jonah Gadjevich, maybe. Either him or Cole Lind. One of those two guys will probably have to get snagged. Yeah, there's nobody really else on this list that I kind of see as like good for Vancouver. Let's see who's better between the two. Who's had the better year so far? Because it's been Cole Lind or Gadjevich. Let's see. Gadjevich went 17 points in 38 games to have 13 goals. And then Cole Lind at 44 points. So I would think they would keep Cole Lind more than they would keep Gadjevich. And the Caps, you keep him. You keep him. Washington's defense is kind of old too. I don't know who they keep from this list. Like Johansson's kind of young. Like Orlov, like Washington probably wouldn't mind getting rid of that. They probably would keep one of either Kempney or Jensen. I'd probably keep Kempney, I think. Nobody else really on here. Like Siegenthaler, maybe. I don't know, that's a tough one. Ovi will be old. Like, I don't know if Washington would ever would leave Ovi unprotected like that. I don't know. It just seems kind of wrong to leave him unprotected. I'm sure they wouldn't mind, but like even a 36-year-old like Ovi is still gonna be like amazing. And he does have a new deal coming up by the time that draft comes around, so it'll probably be a much cheaper cap hit. Uzi. Let's see. Who else? First off, is there any prospects who they really would like to hold on to? Better. Not really. So honestly, I think they would just go Oshie, Wilson, Eller, Vrana. You know? You know, there's nobody really else on that Washington's list that I've seen. Like Shane Gersich, nah, he's not that fantastic. Sargabosa, nah. I think that's what Washington does. They just take their top studs right there and just leave it. And then finally Winnipeg, and then Vegas obviously is not exposed to this, which is dumb, but that's how it is. Keep Connor. Josh Morrissey. You keep this one's tough for Winnipeg. This one's kind of tough because somebody's gonna get left off Winnipeg who I think is gonna be good. Because I think you keep Logan Stanley. Somebody good is gonna get left off Winnipeg. It's either gonna be Neil Pionk, Logan Stanley, or Sammy Niku. One of those three. One of those three has to get left off this list, which sucks. See, Pionk would be an RFA. They would probably re-sign Niku to a new deal. And Logan Stanley would be an RFA as well. Who hasn't played any NHL time Neil Pionk has. That one's tough. Yeah, I know. Like, if Washington left Ovi unprotected, I feel like that'd just be dumb. Like I said, like a 36 or 37-year-old Ovi is still a 36 or 37-year-old Ovi. He's still that damn good. And besides, like I feel like Ovi's getting closer to that record. I feel like they wouldn't leave him unprotected. They wouldn't risk him going to somewhere else. Ovi is going to be a cap for life. Damn, though, this one's tough. Pionk, Niku, Logan Stanley. I think they would take the younger guys. They would keep Logan Stanley and Sammy Niku and maybe let Neil Pionk go, potentially, for a potential snag. That'd be a good snag up for Seattle if they did do this. Alright, so Kyle Connor, Line, Scheifele, Ehlers. Hold all them. 5. You only pick 2 more. Probably Jack Roslovic and... Who else is signed long term? Little. They want to get rid of that contract. Oh no. Maybe Andrew Kopp. Or Kopp or Lowry, probably, but between those two. Alright, that's our list done. Let's go to the next thing, shall we? Draft the team. Okay. So, this is first little look at of who Seattle might be able to pick from these teams. So let's see. Anaheim. Who would they take? Remember, they got to fill out salary as well. Stuff like that. So, Kiefer Sherwood would be pretty cool. Josh Mahura. Hampus Lindholm would probably be a really good snag for them, honestly. Getting Lindholm. 26-year-old, who's going to be like a 28-year-old defenseman. And like 5 mil cap, but they'll fill out some cap for at least 1 year, so that's not bad. Getting him right there, I think, is pretty good. The Yotes. Taylor Hall won't be there, no way. Who would they take from Arizona? I'll come back to them. Boston, let's see, so... I think they would take the Senyshyn pick, maybe. Is there somebody else who's really good there? Oh, I didn't even protect Forsbacka Carlson from Boston. Oops. Well, could I? I don't even know. Would I have been able to? Yeah, I mean, you could take one of those guys off and go with Forsbacka Carlson too. Like maybe take off Bjork, and take Forsbacka Carlson instead. So then they go to Boston, and then they take like maybe they either take Anders Bjork or Zach Senyshyn from Boston. One of the two, I would think. Because there's nobody else really on defense, I would say, because Krug's not going to be here. He'll get signed somewhere else. So, yeah, probably either Bjork or Senyshyn. I would think Bjork. More established, I think. I didn't protect Yogi Haru on Buffalo either. God, I'm seeing all these damn players that I miss. So, Buffalo. They probably take off Colin Miller then. Well. Maybe that. That could be a thing. Because I know they want to get rid of Risto. Then, like, Seattle just comes in and is like, thank you very much. We'll take him. Same thing with, like, Lindholm. You get if they were able to get, like, Risto and Lindholm for defense, that'd be pretty damn good. Calgary. Let's see. Anybody who would still be on their team? Like, Mangiapane might get a new deal. Glenn Godin, Dylan Dubé. Some nice prospects they got there. They might take like a goalie. They might take like a goalie project too. They could take a Tyler Parsons or a John Gillies. They could take a goalie project. It's an idea. It'd be interesting to see if they do that. Or they could take another defenseman like Shillington. Doesn't get if he doesn't get moved or whatnot. I might wait on Calgary. Can I unclick it? No, I can't. I'll go back to Calgary as well. Carolina. Not really. Caden Fleury and Jake Bean would both be available from them. So once again, this expansion team's defense is going to be very good. Because, yeah, Carolina loses somebody good because they have a stock full of defensemen, so they would lose somebody. And it would probably be one of their younger guys, I would think. Like, it's either a 23-year-old Jake Bean who progresses, or it's like a Tatum Fleury. I would think they would take a Jake Bean, maybe. It would be an RFA. Fleury would be an RFA, so he gets a new deal this coming summer, potentially. Then maybe they would take Jake Bean. Or Dougie. They could take Dougie, too, and sign him. Chicago. I don't know who they would take from Chicago, honestly. No defenseman, that's for damn sure. I mean, they could take Calvin DeHaan. He'd be 31. Or you go with a younger player, like a Drake Caggiula, maybe. Or an Andrew Shaw. Or Zach Smith. I'll take Zach Smith. I think it would be either DeHaan or Caggiula. Just take DeHaan for the hell of it. They need salary, so. Colorado. Donskoy's not bad. Yeah, that'd be a decent pick, I would think. Yeah, that's not terrible. Columbus. I don't know for Columbus either. Maybe like a Nudavara or a Harrington, maybe. They could take Nudavara. That'd be not a bad take for them. Nobody forward-wise for Dallas looks good. Nobody defense or goalie-wise looks good either. So once again, it's another defense. You're really building up this defense with the Seattle. Like a Steven Johns or a Jamie Alexiak maybe, but they're UFA, so they could sign them if they wanted to. Pavelski will be old. He'll be an old man. Yeah, I don't know about Dallas. Dallas is kind of like a crapshoot. Maybe like Julius Honka. Well, they're going to re-sign him. Dallas is. I don't know. That's kind of a crapshoot. Maybe on Alexiak. I don't know. Detroit, who cares? I think it would take like a... I could see them taking like a Franz Nielsen for Cap. And then if they're not a good team, move up. No, he'll be 38 for God's sakes. There's no way. Do you mean Seattle would have won Corey Perry? Of course not. No. Corey Perry will be like 37. Joe Pavelski will be like 38. No way they want those. No way. Like damn, like God, dude, Detroit's so bad too. Like who the hell do you want from them? It's either you take a young player who's not really established himself yet, or you take a older player with a horrible contract. I don't even know. Like, do you take Danny DeKaiser just cuz? You know, like a 30, like Abdelkader. That's not out of the woods to get like a vet like Abdelkader for maybe like 1 year or 2 years. That wouldn't be awful. Ed Money. I'm saying if he gets re-signed somewhere and he's available from Ed Money still later down the line, I don't see why not. Fuck. And I didn't protect Caleb Jones and Ethan Bear on Ed Money. Hold on. Hold on. Who did I protect defensive wise? Nurse makes sense. Clefbot makes sense. Maybe not Adam Larson. I think they maybe take Caleb Jones and then they take either Larson or Ethan Bear. I think they might take like Ethan Bear. Nobody else on forward wise really speaks to me. Flo Rida. Chari's not a bad little depth player to get. He'll only be like in his 30s. It's not terrible. Yeah, same thing with like Brown and Carter. I have disdain for Perry as a Sharks fan. Like, who the hell do I take from this list too? Do you take Cal Peterson maybe? I don't know. They need to take a goalie. I already took one goalie. I forgot what the hell the goalie we took. Oh yeah, we took a goalie from Calgary, I think. Did we? Yeah. I don't even know, dude. I have no idea who they would take from this list. This list is bad. I could say, like, fuck it. Give me a 37 or 38-year-old Dustin Brown or Jeff Carter. God's sakes. I don't know. Trevor Moore. I don't know. That list is horrible. This one's easy, though, for many. Like, you take... Jonas Brodin will be there. You take him, probably. They don't re-sign him. Or you could take like a Galchenyuk, maybe too. That wouldn't be terrible. It's either, but I think Brodin's better, honestly. Even though he'll be like his late 20s, it's still better. Montreal, yeah, take Shea Weber. Just kidding. Yeah, like either Armia or Byron. Armia wouldn't be terrible. Armia would be a good pick. I feel that'd be a nice pick for them. For somebody we left off of Nashville, I think. Yarncroc or Austin Wagner or Rocco Grimaldi would be not bad. They do need a starting goalie, remember. Yeah, they would take probably one of these two guys. Either probably Yarncroc or Wagner. Probably Yarncroc. Nobody really. Dante Fabro would be there from Nashville, but they're already stocking up on enough defense as it is. Speaking of defense, this is Subban. I don't think there's no way they take PK Subban either. Jersey's list is pretty trash as well. Maybe Joey Anderson, I don't know. But here's a good pick here. You get somebody good from this list. I thought I protected Linus Soderstrom. Did I not? How did I protect on goalie from New York? Varlamov. I mean, maybe? I think it would make more sense to keep Soderstrom, because even though the new guy that they signed might pop onto this list as well. What's his name? Sorokin. Yeah, Sorokin might get popped into this list by that time anyway, and they would probably protect him anyway. So I think this is where like Seattle gets like maybe their goalie. Maybe they take Varlamov, but then like you have so many good like young players on a forward wise that you could take. Like you could take, by some I mean like Kiefer Bellows would be there. Maybe they would take him. Michael Del Call too. Once again, I'm not trying to make them like a young group. I'm trying to make them like Vegas did, kind of like competitive. So if they wanted to be competitive, like Varlamov would be 34, but then like you do get your goaltender at least. So that could make sense. Or they could take a 40. No way Hank lasts that long, I'm sorry. Buchnevich would be good, he's a young player. I think either, yeah, Buchnevich like only 27 by that time, that'd be a good guy to grab from them. Ottawa. I could see them honestly taking like a 32-year-old like Michael Bodker from some team. If they re-signed him for maybe like 1 or 2 years, Bodker. I could see them do that. They would take Ghost. There's no question in my mind they would do that. If Ghost is there and still on the Flyers by then, they take him 100%. Yeah, that's one of their weak spots, it seems. Well, there is another goalie that they could get, honestly, from the Islanders. So, well, here's what they do. They do this. They take him. And then they go off of here. And then they probably do that. I forgot about Matt Murray. I think they do Matt Murray. I think they take like one goalie project, a good goalie, and then maybe like a veteran guy to be like a starter. Yeah, they take Ghost, no question. If Ghost, like I said, if Ghost is there, they take him. If not, they take like either a JVR or a Lawton. I would love if they took a JVR. Holy shit, that would be a lot of cap relief. Please take JVR and not Ghost. But I think they would take Ghost though. He's younger, good contract. But they take Murray. Who they take from this list, BK? You let me know. These guys were all available still for them. Who would they take? Honestly, like Aaron, like Dell as a backup, it's not terrible. If I'm looking at this list, who they would take personally, I would say like Jeremy Waugh or Gambrell. That would be my pick. That's what I think they would take. Either him or him. But I think it makes more sense to take him. Oh, right, yeah, the Seattle logo's in the way, right? Hold on. Give me a second. About that. Like Lunatov, Stefanosin, Smola. Yeah, I think it's either Jeremy Waugh or Gambrell, but they already have like a lot of like middle-aged defensemen that they're taking anyway, so I think, and they could draft younger defensemen anyway, but Seattle's gonna be set up pretty good with her defense, so probably Gambrell. Yeah, I think Gambrell would make more sense. They could take Jeremy Waugh though. If they don't take somebody off of defense, we'll take a look at it at the end, but we'll see. So we'll leave him for there for now. We'll need another goalie too. The Blues, let's see. They got a lot of young guys over here too for forwards. Bozak? Nah, he'd be old. Same with Steen. Perron, once again, would be another, like, middle of the road thing, but, like, Barbashev and Sanford are both there, too. I think Barbashev would be a good pick. Tampa. They would probably do Tampa a favor and probably take one of these guys, like either Paquette or Johnson. Or not Paquette, Palat or Johnson. Who's better between the two? Johnson's contract's longer. Well, it'd be for 2 years or 3 years at 5. Like a 31-year-old. Yeah, kind of makes sense. Johnson's would be easier to. Well, they would have to negotiate a new contract with Palat, but Johnson's will still be active on Tampa, so I think they could take Johnson's would be a little bit more easier to manage rather than negotiating a brand new contract with Palat. They probably take Andreas Janssen. That'd be a good one to pick for Toronto. And then they could probably take Ferland. Isn't that awful? Because I'm not trying to make them like good for the future. I'm trying to make them like Vegas did, like competitive. We'll have to reevaluate this in a second anyway, since we're down here at the bottom. I don't even know who this guy is. Axel Johnson Walby? No idea who that is. I don't know, maybe. Alright, so this is the team. Ferland and Johnson on LTIR. I didn't know that. Well, they're not going to be there by that time anyway. So they got a couple guys they need to sign, but look at their defense is like good. Like Risto, if he's there, Lindholm, Dahan, Ghost, Rodin they would need to sign, like Nudavara, Alexiak, Bean, and Bear. Like that's a really good defensive core. Louis Domingue. You know, that's not a bad idea either. Let's see, if we go to Tampa, he's on Tampa, right? No, where's he at? What team is he on currently? He's on Vancouver. About to say, if I lost everybody there, woof. Oh, I didn't draft the people yet. Or did I? Oh, I did. Oh, because when? I didn't finish one. Oh, I didn't finish Arizona yet, right. Yeah. It's not awful. Or they could... Markstrom will be like... You know, they could run with Murray Markstrom. Because Markstrom will be upwards in his like 30s and Murray will be like in his upper 20s. That's not bad for goalies. We should do that. Let's do that instead. That's kind of a nice dependable one too. I forgot about Jacob Markstrom. Then like they could take Brian Little for Cap, I suppose, or Cody Eakin, somebody for Cap. Oh no, Neil Pionk, right? Oh, because they were gonna lose somebody here, so they take Pionk. Then we go back to Arizona with Oh, you can unclick it. Oh, if you click on the name, it unclicks it. I didn't know that. Fisher, maybe? Let's see what this team looks like. So, let's start on the back end first. So, goalies, you have Matt Murray and Jacob Markstrom. Probably on new deals by the time this comes around. And then you get like a project goalie in Tyler Parsons from Calgary, which is not bad. Your defense is good. If everything goes according to the way this is, you're going to have like 10 defensemen. So you're going to have like Risto, Lindholm, Dahan. Why did I pick Calvin Dahan? It's weird. So was there nobody else who I could have picked from Chicago? No. But this is the way I did it. So you have Risto, Lindholm, Dahan, Ghost, Brodin, Pionk, Nudavara, Alexiak, Bean, and Bear. And then forward-wise, Tyler Johnson, Abdelkader, Bodker, Donskoy, Johnson, Schnevich, Panik, Armia, Yarncroc, Achari, Barbashev, Anderson, Bjork, Bellows, Fisher, Moore, and Gambrell. It's not an awful team. Because like you have your centers. You would have Johnson at center. You would play probably Barbashev at center. Probably play Achari at center, and then you probably do maybe let Yarncroc be a center. You have lots of wingers. You have Bodker at wing. You have lots of wingers. So you have enough centers and you have enough wingers. And like it's a decent mix of like some veteran guys, but a lot of like guys in their upper 20s, but you have to add like 2 years onto their age. So you're gonna have to add 2 years on most of these guys' age. So like, it's gonna be like upper 20s, but then you have a bunch of these young guys down here who are gonna be in like their 24s, 25s, 26s on new deals, obviously. But that's not bad. Their defense is gonna be really good. Most of the guys are gonna be in their, you know, upper third, like early 30s. Some guys in their late 20s, maybe in their mid 20s. But like, that's not bad. And you have 2 really good goaltenders: Matt Murray, who would be like 28, and Jack Markstrom, who'd be like 32, and Tyler Parsons, who'd be like 24. It's not an awful team. It's not an awful team. And like I said, if you equate like cap hits to these, so like, I don't know, Bodker would maybe want like 3 or 4, so that'd be 70. What's our cap hit right now? So you have like 36 mil to like say you had to sign all these guys. So like Bodker would want 3, Buchnevich maybe want like 4 or 5. Armia probably doesn't want that much. Like Barbashev, Joey Anderson wouldn't want anything. York might want a little bit. Bellows might want a little bit. These guys might not want that much. Rodin would want a good bit, so he would probably be in this range, either the 4, 5, or 6 range. Pionk might probably same deal. Alexiak might take a cheaper deal, maybe like 3. Bean and Bear might want like a bridge deal kind of deal. Murray and Markstrom would probably want a lot. Matt Murray would probably want like, I would think like 5 or 6 mil. I would think Markstrom might want, after the year he had, he might want 5 or 6 too. So it's not a bad team, honestly. I'm gonna take like a I take a well, I might upload this whole stream to YouTube to see how people think of it as well. So we'll see how that goes. But honestly, it's not bad. I'm gonna upload this to YouTube probably to see how people view this, and then maybe we'll do it again down the line when it gets closer, probably in like another maybe couple months or something like that. Probably after the season's over and free agency goes by and people get signed. A lot of these free agents will probably get signed to longer term deals with no movement clauses and contracts and stuff like that. So I think we'll do this in maybe another couple months down the line. But for a first time thing, we built not a bad team. It would be a competitive team for sure. Their offense is going to be a little suspect, I think, because it's going to be a lot of veteran kind of like players in the final years of their prime. Their defense is going to be stellar once again, like Vegas. They're going to have a lot of really good defensemen to choose from, and honestly, like depending on what the contracts go with goalies, they're going to get at least 2 goalies and probably a couple project goalies as well in there. So it's not bad. It's not a bad team. Yeah, after free agency, we'll for sure have a better view on it. All right, well, so it's 12 o'clock. It's time for lunch. My girlfriend's coming in a little bit as well, and I still gotta mow the lawn. So I'm gonna call it here. But I'll save this stream and we'll post it on YouTube in a little bit. I'll send it to take the VOD from Twitch and I'll send it to YouTube. So it'll be on. I don't know if it'll be streaming later this weekend or not. Maybe I'll stream later tonight after she goes to bed. But we'll probably play something random during that time. Maybe we'll do like Destiny or COD, or maybe we'll play some maybe I'll do some Pokemon Showdown. I haven't played that in a while, but we'll do that in good time. So if anybody else is in chat, thank you. BK, I know you were in the chat for a good bit, so thank you for chatting, and peace. See you guys hopefully either later tonight or later this weekend.